Hey Dad, he had United here. His United Healthcare and United Care Health.
And no copay. That's how they go.
Here's our things back.
Okay.
And if you have any questions on that, just let me know, okay?
All right. Thanks.
You don't have to fill out the bottom part for insurance since you gave us your cards.
Okay.
That's the other thing, Brittany. Thank God. Oh, this is dumb. Okay, so have you met any of it yet? Did they say you met any of it yet? How much of it have you met? Yeah, because if you met some of it, then that helps us. So let me call them and ask them if you've met any of your deductible yet. No, because you'll have to pay for the first see what's I'm trying to think. Probably the first 8 or 9 sessions yourself, the $65. By that time, I think after 8 sessions, your deductible will come through, and you just have to ask them what your copayment is when you go to the doctor. After the first that many sessions, that will meet your copay, and then you just pay your copayment after that.
And who all are we gonna sign releases to?
Usually $25.
Like, do you have a probation officer?
No.
Parole?
No.
DHS worker?
It's just for court. The judge probably and my lawyer.
Okay, who's your lawyer?
Jeff Smith.
Okay, we have his email then.
Okay.
I'll have you sign a release from him as well, so we can send him that. Okay.
Did
Okay.
you find his email?
Huh?
Did you find Jeff's email?
And I'm pretty sure it's the one that's in there doesn't say Jeff Smith, but it has the same ending as
He's trying to spell it.
well, it's like at Iowa. I don't know. I'll put it later on. I have to say.
We should have him on the resource list. Ross was doing everything he can now after I told him to send this video to them their paperwork.
I got those encounters done.
You got what?
Those encounters.
Okay, I'm gonna see if the land is. Do you have everything copied too, all the other stuff?
What do you mean?
All the insurance cards? Even Chris's now, you have to put that into the packet today.
Yeah. Well, I only have his and
The other gals? Okay.
the one that you have.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah.
You have all that? Okay. Call it and then Venom.
Do I have to do this whole alcohol screening thing?
Yes. Do you drink?
No.
When's the last time you had a alcohol beverage?
Not maybe once in a year.
Okay, just write on the top your name and the back side say I don't drink and write your name
Okay.
and today's date. By the way, I'm Deb. Sorry.
Nice to meet you, Deb.
Hey, Elena's Deb. Did you by chance get my emails or anything? Or my voice call last night? About possibly coming to Pella. Oh, you haven't. I sent one like last time I was working. We are so busy today and she's teaching that class tomorrow. I can call Miranda to see Miranda can bring it over otherwise. You don't mind. She just had we got it done. You know what I mean? I had to get everything done this morning, so just in case we could. We have 2 new vowels in there, and then we have the And then we have the encounter worksheet that she had, and you can actually look at it when she's here and see how she did on it. That might be a good thing too. And I said in the favor, I said, maybe you can fix my paper jam again. Oh, thank you so much. I'm a king. I owe you huge for that favor because she hasn't even started preparing to teach this class tonight yet. So, oh, that's perfect. Yeah. Thank you so much, Elaine. Bye-bye. You were locked out. She's coming over.
Hello?
What?
Yes, this is her? Hi. Yes. I'm good, how are you?
Oh, no.
I'll just call them and maybe, do you have an address that I can have them sent to? Maybe, yeah.
On these ones that ask me if I
Yeah?
misuse drugs,
Yes.
like
Anytime you use marijuana, you misuse it because it's not
do you-
legal.
do you try to limit your use to certain situations?
Yeah. Does that mean do you walk down the street smoking it?
Oh no,
Do you go to school or go to work smoking it?
no.
Then you limit your places, yeah. It's not. They really aren't trick questions. I promise.
It feels like it. That's why
I know.
was
Doesn't it
making
feel like it? No,
sure.
it's not. Seriously, you do limit it because some people. It's a good thing because if you
But-
thought you could just walk around and smoke it all the time,
Well,
then
see,
you wouldn't limit it.
I use it in Colorado, and it's recreationally there,
Yeah.
and I use it for medicine for like.
But you live in
That's
Iowa, so you
what-
can't.
I understand that, but my rights as a human says
Isn't-
that I can, and they have
No.
to fix
It does
those
not
laws at
say
some
that
point.
in the Iowa and
No,
the
I
federal
mean,
government.
not they haven't changed our laws yet, but they're in the process of
But
it. Like they've
so
already.
until they do, you can't.
I understand, but what my reason for using it,
Sure, self-medicating.
it's kind of self-medicating. It also is recreational, but I
Yeah.
mean that's
You should just live in Colorado.
if I could, I would. I have a brother that lives here and doesn't want to move there, and my mom doesn't think that I can make it there on my own, and I can't because it's too much money at this moment. So
Yeah, it is very.
it's not that easy just to move there. But I understand what you're saying
you
about
can
the
move to Michigan.
laws.
Michigan's the same way. There's
I
like
don't want to live
53
in
other
Michigan.
states.
I know there's a
You
lot
live in
of.
Oregon and Washington. You'd like those states.
Yeah,
Oregon is
I know.
good.
I would love another state. I've been to Colorado so many times. I'd love to live there. It's
Right,
just
so
it's
you
not
got it. Yeah,
like that here.
Brittany.
Yes.
Oh, here you are. This thing we have to do today
Okay.
because it has a timeline, and Miranda said it came up last week that you had to do it in 10 days, otherwise you're gonna be out.
Okay. I can
So
do that then.
you have the old password.
Yes.
Okay, and Elaine is coming over. Okay.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right, Chris, we have, when you're done with that big packet, we have, just, sign, releases for your insurance, so we can fill those. Jeff Smith, and then do you have a doctor you wanna release anything to?
No.
We have to do this, just put none,
Okay.
and then just, put your name and date of birth up top, and then sign the bottoms, okay?
Okay.
Try to make this easy and painless.
It'd just be more painful in my office, obviously, right?
Yes.
Do you ever feel bad about the drug misuse? So I should probably say yes to that, right? Since
No,
it's-
you don't feel bad about it though.
yeah, I do feel bad
You
about it
told
if
me
it's
you don't-
illegal.
you said it's
I
like
feel-
human right to do
I
it.
feel bad that our state has put me through this,
Okay, that's okay. You can write yes.
and I feel bad that I have to break the rules.
Okay, then write yes.
some remorse there.
I know how the parole board works.
They don't see this paperwork. Only I do.
No, but I mean I know how parole board. I know how you have to have remorse to get
Deferred judgment, but just
Not
because you
deferred
say
judgment.
You have remorse doesn't mean you show it, babe.
I am showing. I'm showing the only remorse that I have that I believe that
told
I
you-
believe with 100% certainty that our state has systematically done something to me personally,
I think you're a libertarian.
and I have 100%
Are you
guarantee
an
you.
anarchist or a libertarian?
I am a human, an American citizen.
Who are you gonna vote for? Who's gonna change the
I
law?
would not vote for anyone in the except for maybe the Hickenlooper, and he's like 1%. So
Yeah. Who is?
Hickenlooper,
Oh, I don't know who that is. Oh,
He's
a
the-
libertarian. That's why you're a libertarian.
he's the governor of Colorado.
But he still is a libertarian.
Or how about the guy from California?
Go ahead. He's running.
Yeah,
There's a guy, he
the
might do it.
governor.
You could live in California too.
Right.
Oh my god, you have so many states, Chris. We should talk about world travel. You should find a job where you could travel to these states that would actually let you use pot.
I wouldn't want to. If I get to move to one, I wouldn't want to move travel.
Yeah, I really like Colorado too. I don't smoke pot though, but I love the mountains.
That's my favorite part about Colorado is the mountains.
Yeah, I love hiking up there.
I've never got the chance to do much of that, but I've been up there just to drive around in the mountains
You
and
got the
see.
Mile High though, huh?
I've seen a lot of cool stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Hey Brittany,
Yeah.
have you learned how to cut and paste yet?
I mean, I haven't played around with it.
Okay, I can try to do it. I have to do that before my next gentleman comes in for the
Oh, for the
You know-
sap.
yeah, because I have the old SAP ones. I just use the old ones that aren't perfect yet. Remember? Yeah. Let me get this printed for you so you can have those. But the demographic. Mm-hmm.
So I'm always gonna be at a loss in this whole misuse thing when it's
When you live in Iowa, yeah.
yeah, since it's considered not a medicine like to like
No doctor can prescribe it that.
if I go to a doctor and get it for like Crohn's or something,
You
what
can get the oil that's 4%, but I don't think it'll give you much for you.
it's supposed to go up, I thought. But she's signing
If it goes up to 8%, that's still like on the street stuff.
it's still cannabis, it's still THC, it's still in my system then.
But we measure the amount. That's a different type of. That's an oil that you have leaf.
Okay. Has drug misuse ever created problems between you and your spouse? Not that I know of.
Yes. In what way do you want to? Yeah. Okay, we use staple these two, and then that DAS thing.
It's my OCD-ness that comes out.
My goodness, so. No, you sent me the whole packet, or just the first page
For what?
for the demographics.
I've sent you. Do you just want me to send you the first page? Okay.
I can do that right now. Here, please. Staple. No, you keep them on a clipboard for when he comes in. I just want you to read my mind.
I know.
So
Oh my
bad. I
gosh.
cannot
I
wait to
was
read.
reading your mind right there because I exactly I was like, Kate wants me to read her mind. Right when you said that, that's creepy. That's weird.
That's all I need for the next like.
I don't ever want to read your mind.
Why? My mind is so exciting.
It goes all the time.
I'm just writing up scene for the next few days. I just want to see it. I get a miss see my in-laws. I'm so sorry about that. We're gonna show up to my son-in-law, my stepson. I think the friend I said, Brittany came out. I said, what? I said, the only things other places with vacuum was upstairs, sitting by my desk. And I don't know that I keep running into it if you don't put it away. Just because I have to use it. Just, maybe you would know how to buy it. Did you get my message about the vacuum? Yeah. And she goes, maybe if you use one, it'd be put away. And I said, I'll use it anytime you want me to. I'm not sure what I'll get, but I can vacuum. I just done it. Dirt devil. I hear about it all the time, right? Dirt devil. They vacuum up everything they say. Deb, you have a bigger space. You're gonna need a bigger vacuum. I'm like, I'm not buying a vacuum that you bought for the house. Our vacuum in our house costs us almost $2,000.
Yeah.
No, that's dumb. I go for maybe stay on the carpet, because I said use the vacuum cleaner the shampoo. tell him how to use it yet. I'm like, why did you buy that? Because you bought it so you could use a shampooer. Right? So why would you buy it if you didn't use a shampooer? Mm-mm. That's not. I bought a vacuum before and one of my friends goes, why is there duct tape on this vacuum? I go, shoot, new tape I knew. I go, yeah, but I couldn't figure it out, so I just put together duct tape. I was blind. So it works. She goes down.
Your logo's not on it though.
Yeah, I get it. I'm not sure I can. See, so I can't do until I get the mask and send that with this other thing, and I gotta get them to him.
Redo your releases sometimes.
Why?
Because they're just not sent to them. I don't know.
Okay, I'm done.
Okay, perfect.
Alright, let me take that from you. Sign and date at all the right places.
I think so.
I gotta do one thing and then be ready for your
Okay.
You enjoying the weather?
Yeah.
I love rain. Actually, it could be like this all the time, and I would be perfectly happy.
We'll get more mushrooms that way. That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah, I know. You know how many people have told me that in my lifetime? Because I tell them I love the.
did you send it to me? So it
Yeah.
didn't come through. No, I don't have it.
Told you you're gonna sign your life away.
Is that what happened?
No. Feels that way though.
Mm-hmm.
Almost there.
Almost to the sign of my life away.
I need you to sign, even though you didn't do the because you don't drink. Can you just sign that for me?
Oh, yeah.
Sign the thing that you don't drink. You get it? Thank you.
You're
Oh,
welcome.
you can have this pen. Look at this. Yeah. Oh, you want a real one order? I thought if I did just show you. It glows.
Cool. Thank you.
You can't beat a free pen.
That's unique.
Isn't it though?
Why is your format different than my format?
I don't know. Maybe he thinks because I use that Libra.
Oh.
I
You
mean,
use
I
that
don't
for
mind
this
using-
too?
What?
That you wouldn't use that for Word. Oh yeah, you would.
It converts it. So if you want me to take it off this computer, I
No,
don't.
you can't because you have to. That's fine. I just did it, but
Yeah, it messes everything up. So like when we go back and forth and do stuff.
is the format.
Yeah, because that's why I remember when I was looking at yours, I was like, why is yours doing this and mine's not? You're not good with computers, Deb.
You have to. was on here already. He was on number one already. Wait a minute, no one. Never mind. Come on. Hey Brittany, this is this one, okay?
Okay.
I made 10 copies for the 1 pagers.
Okay.
But that sap made me go 2 pages, I don't know. I mean, adding that graphic on top,
Yeah.
but we mean the first page. If you just throw one of those on Easy Comes, and then, like I said, this is the 450. So, however you cash, you can give him, I'll give him an invoice.
Okay.
So when he does pay you,
But I can give him a copy.
no, you don't give him a receipt, I give him, I'll give him a copy of my invoice. It says everything on the invoice. Make sense?
Yeah.
It'll be 2 pages, one. You two at lunch at some point, maybe you bring something you need to do.
I'm not hungry.
No, you cannot, oh, I'm there, but you don't, no. Obviously, these are 2 pages, so. You just grab the top one and do the other ones, but you can come on in, Chris.
Okay.
How's that sound? And now you probably even know, but I'm blind.
Oh, I did not.
I know, sorry. So you have a seat here, and Brittany is my intern. So do you mind if she sits in with us?
No, it's fine.
Is it okay? She's just learning what I'm doing. So, well, no one's. If anybody comes in that front door, we'll hear them, and then she'll get up and shut the door and go out there. Okay?
Okay.
Is it okay, Brittany?
Yeah.
Well, you know what I mean. You gotta get the next guy, or Lane's gonna come.
Yep.
And Lane's gonna look at that paperwork you did to make sure you did it correctly.
Oh, that.
Because the last time she had a couple of questions about it.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna pull this up. Hang on a second. And my computer talks to me. That's why I might have an earphone in. Okay.
Mhm.
Here we go. Now, Chris, have you been through a substance evaluation before?
Yes.
Okay. So you kind of know what we're doing. But I'm gonna do. I have an encrypted password.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do this at first. CHRIS.
KRIS.
Oh gosh. KRIS, and then WAT.
SON.
SON. And this today is 5. Is it the 18th? 17th?
17th.
Okay. I'm gonna put this through. This means nobody can get your info. Okay.
Mhm.
I barely can get it once I put it in here. Almost there. I was gonna sneeze. Okay. I'm gonna ask you 4 questions and then I can check my password thing, okay? The first one is still KRISWATSON, right?
Mhm.
And what is your current phone number?
641
Okay.
891
You want to say 891, okay?
7872.
Perfect. Today we just figured out was 5/17. And the time is
12:21.
to 1, right? See if it's saved. Did I take it? Correct or not, I typed it the same way twice. How's that sound? Okay, and who referred you to me?
Jane Bush.
Jane Bush, okay. And this needs to go to Jeff Smith?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, tell me when this happened. When did you get arrested or whatever?
I think it was in November of last year, 2018.
And tell me what happened. Where were you and what happened?
2 nights before the cops came to my house, I had gotten angry and I drank a little bit, and I typed some stuff on Facebook to
Okay.
my dad and his family. I was basically just kind of complaining, and I think I might have made some threats,
Okay.
and that's why a cop came to my house like later that night at 5 in the morning, said you can't do whatever you did on Facebook anymore, because if you do, then they could press charges or whatever if something happens, and he could be, things like that. And then he left. And 2 days later, he came back with a warrant saying that he smelled marijuana when he was there that day. So when they came in, they did a search, and I had no marijuana there at the time, but they found some stems, like leftover, what's left from pot,
Right, uh-huh.
that somehow was in a little baggie inside of a boot that I don't even know how it got there.
Okay.
But they found that, so that's what I was busted with, which was like 5 little pieces of stems.
Okay. So they got you for possession and drug paraphernalia?
Well, it was originally that because of the papers that they found, but they dropped the papers charges.
So for possession?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, so I'm going to ask you some basic questions, okay? And like you said, you've been through this before, but do you have any history of anger, depression, or anxiety?
I have anxiety problems.
A little anger, right? Because you're writing your anger at your
Yeah, that kind of anger though, that's something that's,
situational.
yeah, it's situational. It isn't about drugs.
No, this is not about drugs at all.
No,
This is
no,
about mental
and
health.
it isn't even about. It's more about things that no mental health person's gonna ever fix. It's the truth. I mean, I don't want to delve all the way into it because I've done this before with my last. I talked to MHP. Rachel was the doctor, and I had an OWI, and I had to go through one of these evaluations there, and I opened up and gave all of that information there, and I'd just rather not go to that level again because it's all there in paperwork. So.
Well, but I don't have their paperwork, so we have to maybe look at that. But
Well, I mean, if you're talking about family problems, like my mom and dad were separated when I was 2 years old.
okay, let's do one more thing first, and then we'll go.
Okay.
Okay. I really want to hear about it. Now, substance abuse. When did you have your OWI?
That was like 3 years ago.
And was that with alcohol?
Yeah, and I was just barely over the legal limit,
Okay.
and I had
Was that your
gotten an
first
argument. Yeah, it was the only OWI I've had.
Okay. Have you had any of the charges with the for possession or anything else?
I've had pot charges. That's it.
How many of those?
I had one in Ames when I was 18 or 19 or something like that, or maybe 20,
How
somewhere
old are
in
you
that.
now?
39. So it's
Okay.
been a long time.
What did you ever do for treatment? You said you went to MHP.
I wasn't going there for treatment. I went there for a drug evaluation, or I mean OWI evaluation.
Did she say you needed?
No, I did not need it and anything. She just said that I needed to talk to my mental health because I'm on disability, and she said it would be a good idea to talk to a counselor about my family issues, which don't involve drugs or any of that. So
Okay. So your genealogy, I forgot we're now. Chris, how old are you again? 30.
39.
And are you Caucasian? Well, are you
Mhm.
white?
Yes, I am.
I thought you were white. Gotta make sure. And who do you live with?
I live with my parents at this
Your
time,
parent? Okay.
with my mom.
And what are your parents' first names?
Diane Holst, Gary Holst.
Okay.
You want my other parents or just
Yeah.
ones I live with?
Yeah, you live with them. And what's the name of your other? What's your name? Is that your mom?
My mom's name is Diane Holst. My stepdad is Gary Holst, and then my
Who's your birth?
biological father is Thomas Watson.
Okay. And do any one of the four of them have any issues with drugs or alcohol?
My mom and my stepdad don't know.
Okay, so your birth father does?
As far as I know, probably. I don't know. I don't talk to him, but I think he has used drugs. So,
Okay,
yeah.
that's all I asked for.
Yeah.
Now, do you have any siblings, brothers, sisters?
Yeah.
What are their first names and how old are they?
Tommy, Chris,
How old is Tom?
Sammy. Tommy is 38
Hang on one second.
or 37.
Okay, and how old is Nicholas?
What was that?
Tom was 37.
Tommy's 37, and I got stepbrother Chris that's probably 37. A sister that's
What's her first name?
Sammy. I don't know her age, 31 maybe.
Okay.
And another sister, Billy. I don't know her name, 20s. And another sister, I don't even know her name. That's all I have for a fan. Oh, I have a brother, Caleb.
And how old is Caleb?
I don't know his age. He's in his 20, or he's almost 20 probably.
Okay, 20. Okay. Do they live around here?
Yeah.
They all do? Okay.
In different areas around Iowa. One of them lives in a different state.
Do any of them have any issues with drugs or alcohol?
Not that I know of. I don't ever get to speak to them, so I don't know. I don't think they do.
What are your hobbies and social activities?
International Space Station chat room, typing on Facebook, collecting coins.
Oh, coins, really?
Just fun stuff. Oh, looking for mushrooms, fishing, stuff like that.
Okay.
Do a lot of typing on the internet more than anything though.
Who's your support system? Who do you talk to the most?
My brother and my mom at this time.
Okay, and is your brother Tommy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What's your education history?
GED.
How old when you dropped out of school?
I was in 10th grade. I don't know how old I was.
That's okay. 10th grade's fine. Right. Do you have a job?
I'm on disability.
Okay. And what do you usually bring in a month? And what is your check usually each month then?
How much my check every month?
Yeah.
$700.
It's just for stats. Okay, I don't care. It's just like I gotta take it for the.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a family doctor or no?
No, I don't.
Okay. Are you on any medication right now?
No.
Okay.
Allergy pills, but that's not prescribed.
Did you buy it at the Walmart? Whatever?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
When's the last time you went to the doctor? Whether it was ER or someplace else? And why did you go?
I don't know. MHP for a STD test.
Okay. Did you have to take any medication after that, or was it
No.
all negative?
That was all negative except for herpes.
Pretty healthy otherwise?
Smoking otherwise. That's
Do
it.
you have allergies is seasonal? Is that what that is?
Um,
Or allergic to anything else?
no, it's just, yeah, it's like allergies are seasonal things, and the smoking is my main sickness, I think, right
We'll
now.
get to it in a sec. I'm going to ask you questions about blood relatives if you know it, okay? If you
Mhm.
don't, that's fine. Okay, Chris, I just have to ask 6 questions. Is there any heart problems in your family?
Not that I know of.
Any cancer?
My grandma and grandpas have died of cancer.
On which side?
Both.
Okay. Any strokes?
Not that I know of.
Diabetes?
Yeah, some.
Which side?
Both.
Epilepsy or seizures?
No,
Liver or kidney problems?
not that I know of.
Any AIDS, HIV?
Not that I know of.
Any hepatitis?
Nope, nothing I know of.
TV?
Nope.
Okay. So now we're gonna get down to the substance stuff, okay?
Mm-hmm.
How much caffeine do you drink in a day?
Too
Whether-
much.
Whether it's soda, pop, what do you drink?
Probably like a 2 liter bottle, maybe 6 cans or more a day of soda.
What kind do you like?
Pepsi.
+1 51516810470.
Do you drink any energy drinks or coffee or tea?
No, I don't like that stuff.
How old when you first started smoking cigarettes?
Really young, actually.
Uh-huh.
But I didn't inhale
How long
them
was it?
really. I don't know. I've probably been smoking for real since I was like 14.
Okay. And currently, how much do you smoke a day?
Half pack to a pack.
How old when you first drink of alcohol?
I don't know. I was in grade school,
Okay.
but I got in a liquor cabinet and drank out of it. That was my first time.
When's the last time you had a drink?
It's been months.
How many months has that been?
A couple months since I've taken, and then before that it was months and months before that too. So I don't like alcohol. I don't drink very often
Why did you drink the last time? Where were
because it was just an occasion to drink a little bit, like a beer or two.
you? Okay.
So
So the OWI happened 3 years ago.
no cannabis maybe was the main
We'll
reason.
go that. I know. We're gonna talk to you about all this stuff.
No, you were asking why. I was trying to think of why I drank that night, and
Oh,
that's
but you didn't have
yeah,
drugs.
a pot. Then it's maybe a drink was the reason, but then there's times when I don't have pot and I don't drink too. So
So 3 years ago, you had the OWI. Did you take the 12-hour class then?
I had to do a 96 hours
Oh, you went to why?
because they tell you to do it in Polk County. If you get busted for OWI, you have to do a 96 hour. You have to stay 2 weekends in a class, and
It depends, because I do people all the time in Polk County.
I had to do. That's what they did. 96 hour class, 2 weekends. It was fun actually. Well, it wasn't fun, but it was interesting.
Okay. Did you learn a lot?
Hmm?
Did you
Yeah.
learn much?
I learned that don't ever drink and drive. I know that,
Good.
but I
How
already
long
knew
does it take
that.
for you now to feel buzzed?
For me to get buzzed on alcohol,
Yeah.
oh, I don't know. Maybe 3 after I get to 3 or 4 beers, I'm buzzed,
Okay.
drunk.
How often? You said every couple months.
And in fact, I don't think I'll ever drink again. So it's been a couple months, but yeah. The reason I don't like to drink is because I get I think I don't know what it is, but I overdo myself when I do drink it. Like
Overconsuming.
nah, I don't know if it's over consuming, but once I actually get it into my system, I'm not myself, so I don't do it. I don't like it.
What do you mean you're not yourself? Do you get more?
Nobody
hyper,
is
or do you-
themselves when they're drinking alcohol, but
Like, not excessively anyway.
I just don't like how I am when I'm on it.
Do
I
you
like
get angry when you drink, or do you get quiet?
I don't know if it's one or the other, but it's more confused
Okay. Why are you on disability?
because I have brain trauma,
Okay. Did you have an accident?
something like that kind of.
Okay. How long have you been on disability?
Almost 3 years.
3 years?
Mhm.
Okay. What happened 3 years ago then?
I really it was a argument between my stepdad and I.
Okay.
and I really don't know how to explain it, but I was freaking out and said something that I shouldn't have, and ended up with um, where I'm at. I don't really want to explain it. It's
I
not
mean,
something.
did you get in a fight then?
I didn't get in a fight. I just ended up in serious mental distress.
Oh, okay.
I mean, and it has not gone away. It's still here to a point.
Yeah, well, that's why you have a disability, right?
Yeah, I guess that's part of it. I mean, I guess I won't ever go off it because of that. If the state can't fix itself, then that's the truth.
What's the first age of use for marijuana?
14.
When's the last time you used it? I'm gonna test you today, so.
I don't. It stays in your system for over a
30
month,
days.
and I was in Colorado not even a month ago.
So 30 days. It says
I've had it within the last 30 days, probably not even 2 weeks.
Okay, 2 weeks. Okay. How much do you typically smoke? How often? Daily?
A few joints daily. I mean, if I can even get a few joints daily.
Right. Why have you not smoked in the last 2 weeks?
No money, not. I mean, what do you mean I haven't smoked in the last 2 weeks? I'm just saying it's been at least.
So have you smoked in the last 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Okay. When? Yesterday or today you smoked?
Not today, none.
Yesterday?
I didn't say that either, but
Well, I need to know when. That's I'm writing paperwork.
you have a test that can test me on how much
Yes.
much is in my system, right?
Yes,
You
I
say it goes by a level in your system. I can guarantee my level in my system is one of the lower levels
Okay.
already. So that's all I've got to say about it. I know that there's, I know that I'm screwed here, and I know goddamn good and well that you all know that I'm screwed here, and that the state it knows who I am, that my name is well known. Do you swear to God on the Holy Bible that you don't know who I am?
No, why would I know who you are?
I mean, have you done any research into my Facebook and anything about me or anything like that?
I can't do your Facebook. I'm blind. I can't see it.
It isn't just Facebook. I've been typing for 5 years about drug dealers and trying to stop the ones that are illegally selling it in Iowa
I've never been
and
on
putting it
computer
into
with
the
you.
dispensaries legally. I've given up hundreds and hundreds of drug dealers' names.
Okay.
I've said a lot of stuff. I mean, I'm telling you the truth. I don't trust our governor going and legalizing sports gambling while she's got a piece of paper on her desk that would actually help the cannabis people get what they need. The THC level will increase just a little bit, which isn't even what I need. I need her to do the right thing and legalize recreationally and medically, and not make us go through these hoops and games and to send me to Jane Bush when I was molested by a Bush in Knoxville, Iowa to begin with, and
Well, her husband's from
I-
California. So.
I don't care. It doesn't matter.
Well,
Excuse my
You
language.
didn't have to see her.
And
You could only see
they've
what you
used
wanted.
names. They know things about my
Okay.
my situation. I've explained it all on Facebook and told this. I'm not making it up.
I don't think you're making anything up, Chris. But I'm letting you know that that's not. You didn't have to see Jane. Okay.
I didn't have to see
You
Jane.
could have seen another therapist.
No, I was recommended from even Jeff Smith, my attorney, is
Right.
another part of the same exact whatever's going on in the state. It's all tied together. The lawyers decide who the judges are. Now Kim Reynolds has made that to where that's just her choice, which I don't even understand that either, and still feel there's something suspicious behind all of it. Jeff Smith says he doesn't believe that we'll ever get legalized pot in Iowa, which is, it doesn't make sense. If he's an attorney, he should be completely on my side if he wants to be my attorney, and I don't
We
know.
don't have to agree with you to advocate for you. We can have different opinions, but you can. You and I are probably never going to totally agree. That does not mean that you and I can't agree on other things.
If we
You
can't
do
believe
agree
on a
with
human,
that.
if we can't believe on a human right, then you're probably right. We'll never agree on something like a human right to be able to, if you call it self-medicate, if you call it,
What if I believe the fact?
it's not even a
that
medication;
people-
it's just a recreation.
What do you think about drinking and driving? Do you think people should drink and drive?
No, and I don't believe they should smoke pot and drive.
Okay.
I mean, that's
We agree on that then, right?
yeah.
Okay.
I don't believe
So
that
we
people
disagree
should
with
hit
that.
their partners. I don't believe
We don't
people
believe in
should
domestic violence
should
together,
curse.
right?
No, I don't
Good.
believe people should do a lot of things that are wrong.
Then we agree on some things. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but I'm just saying when it comes to that human right aspect, and you can do a little bit of research on the internet of what your rights are as a human, and it
And
says
you have a right
it's a
to live
medical.
anywhere you want to.
And no, I
there's
mean it's a
53
medical
states where you can
treatment.
live.
50.
I think there's 53 now. I mean, not 53 states, sorry, 35 states.
30. Yeah, you got it right though. That's 53 backwards with the
I know, I
the
was
number
dyslexic.
of
Jesus.
the number of
Louise.
the states that actually have
Yes,
legalized.
35. Now, have you ever tried methamphetamines?
When I was a kid, yes. When I was like 14 through the age 21, I did meth. And
14 to 21?
yeah, I have not done it since then, really.
Okay. Not really? What's that mean?
Well, one time I did, and I ended up in jail.
When did you do that?
In 2016, I think, I went to a friend's house to try to get a bag of cannabis with my brother's money,
Right.
and somehow ended up with this guy going to another person's house and sitting there at a table, and they were passing around meth pipe. We couldn't get pot. Somehow I ended up taking a hit off the meth pipe, doing a few hits off of that, and going back to this guy's house, and he ended up giving me another line of meth. So I did some meth there. Then we went to a bar, and I got drunk, and somehow ended up at a place in Beacon, and not yelling, but asking a girl for who the meth dealer was in town because I wanted to bust them, and said I was working for the DEA and FBI. Have no idea why it all came out like that, but the next thing I know, the owner of the store is calling on the phone, asking why I'm in there drunk, and told me to go outside. So I went outside and waited for him. And it was my old wrestling coach from school.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow I said, "Oh, his son's in prison for taking the gun off of a cop." Johnny Anderson. I don't know if you've ever heard the story about him, but
I know Johnny.
I was like, I'm trying to stop the K2, the crap that they had in the out liquor store there in Oskaloosa, and that kind of crap, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And,
potpourri stuff, yeah.
and trying to make pot actually legalized and do the right thing, get the bad drugs off the street. And he's like, "You're not trying to help my son," and he threw me and pushed me down. And then all of a sudden the cops show up, and I went to jail for impersonating a peace officer. So I mean, and I ended up with like several $1,000s of fines. I'll never use meth again. That was one time out of from 2001 to 2000 and whatever today is 7 or 19. So I mean, it was like 2016 one night thing. Otherwise, I haven't
Were
used
you on probation for that?
for using the meth that day.
No, for imposter.
Or for no. All I had was the fines and 2 year court probation,
Sure.
something
Do
like
you
that.
have you tried any of the drugs? Like mushrooms or
Well, like once maybe you've tried something like that, like mushrooms or something, and I don't like them at all. So no, don't do any other drugs. And I can't believe that they're legalizing mushrooms in Colorado. That's pretty crazy, but
I think that's very crazy. How old were you when you tried mushrooms? Were you younger or when now?
I was way younger when I
Like
tried
14?
it. Yeah, I don't even know if I was. Yeah, I was 14. It was probably like 18 or something like that. But and I did have one other time when someone had some, and I was freaking out about that too. And I contacted the FBI about it, and nothing happens when you contact the FBI.
So they know your name.
Good, they know who I am, right? Christopher Steele.
So
Whatever.
when you're under the age of 18, do you get in trouble at all with the law?
Not much.
What did you get in trouble with?
I don't think I was in trouble before 18.
As adult, you had OWI 3 years ago, so that would be 2016.
Public and talks, maybe one.
Before that, or what?
No, that was when I was like 19, 20. Or no, I mean not 19, 20, 21, 22, somewhere in there.
Okay. And then now in 2018, you had possession of marijuana.
Mm-hmm.
What year did you get arrested for pretending to be a police officer?
Like 2016. Or 15. It was years ago. Not that long, but
Anything else?
no, not really.
Okay. Now, when's your next court date?
Monday.
Goodness, I gotta do this report fast too, don't I? Everybody's coming to see me late. Let me tell you.
I didn't. I don't know if it has to be done by Monday or not. I think they'll just want to know that I'm doing the treatment that's recommended or whatever. So that's
Yeah, and so do you Have you ever been suicidal? Have you ever had any suicidal thoughts?
Nah, not really.
So it's okay, no intentions, okay. So one thing is, I'm gonna have Brittany go. Do you need any water to take? Or can you go give me a UA specimen without water?
I might be able to.
I forgot to ask if you needed water. Sorry, that's one thing we do too when they come in. But so we'll go in and you can take a UA. She'll be in the bathroom with you, but and then she'll show you how to pour it. You'll just pee in a big cup and pour it in a little cup. And then she's gonna type. So you can see she's gonna type out something to label it. So you'll sign the label, so we know it's your urine, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then you come back to my office. How's that sound?
Okay.
Okay, you're gonna go do that, Brittany, for me. Thank you. And you can follow her.
You can see it's not open.
I did smoke some shattering wax, so it might actually be stronger than I thought. Where,
It's for the, I'm not holding that. You hold that.
okay.
Yes. Let's put on there for me, and then you can pour the rest out. And then, thank you. Then come on in, sit out, sit down, okay?
Okay.
I just gotta get this typed up for you to, don't mind the mess, we're moving offices, so everything's everywhere. Okay, so right there. So are you coming around, Oski, then?
Yeah. Lived there for most of my life. But I'm from Knoxville originally.
I grew up in Oski. Wasn't always Pelican.
Yeah.
When you said Beacon, I was like, oh. We're right next to Beacon for a while. So where are you living now?
The villa. It's cool way out in the country.
Yeah? It would be nice to get some privacy.
Yeah.
I'm so used to living on top of everything, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And you do not look.
Thanks.
I don't get shocked very often. I would have said 32. Any big plans for the weekend?
Not much.
You know, there's not a lot to do around here, is there?
Probably just look for some more mushrooms.
I went the other day and I found 2 big ones, and that's it. I was so disappointed.
My brother's lucky. He's found 2 big bags full already.
And I see that on Facebook. I love mushroom hunting. I don't have a whole lot of time to go, so I got time the other day. I had my hat on. I was all ready. Huh? Nope, I have them. I'm printing this out. And then I go out there for 2 hours and I find 2 meat. You know, it's not even enough to cook. I'm so disappointed. I was
Sorry.
so disappointed.
It's weird out. Sometimes they're everywhere, and then other times you can't find them anywhere.
And out of Google, I was like, are moral mushrooms still here?
I'm blind, by the way. Okay. And how are you?
Good, good.
You have a seat. We're going to do a little paperwork and show you your receipt. I think we have, I'm going to give you the receipt, and I'm going to tell you exactly what you're doing, okay? It's not very much paperwork ahead of time. Okay. And then when we start, we'll get going. Okay. He's finishing up, I'm going to talk to him for 1 minute, but he's going to give you some stuff, okay?
Eveland Access one year, my brother and I found like 50 pounds worth.
Yes. Hello. Hi. I was so afraid it wasn't you. I was like, one more person can't come in. Come on in. You can come in here.
girlfriend with me. We went to lunch.
Oh, you did? She had you? Yeah. Okay. So 1 moment, because it'll be,
Can I go in?
yeah, you can come in.
Hi,
Brittany, how are you?
Oh, I am doing
Did
great.
you get that, Chris?
I haven't even had time to look at.
And when you finish with Chris, I'll have her bring her back in for a sec.
Okay, do you have the pot? Oh, it's in there.
Yeah, I give it to you.
Yeah, it's in there.
Oh, you gotta grab it, okay. You come on in and have a seat. And Chris, you wanna come with me?
Yeah.
You're done with him?
Yes.
Okay,
I
good.
just have to have him here hand.
Oh.
Sign this special this.
Yep.
We're just having a party today.
I know we are.
You guys are outnumbered. I don't have the front page.
That's what that is.
No, this is no, it's not. It's the client information, the employee, the address, the phone, the reason they're being tested. I mean, we need this too. Maybe not 20 of them.
Well, we will.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll need that anyway when you come.
I'll give them the math and dash if you could pick that up.
You have it.
I know, I said I'll give them the math and dash if you could print up their client. Alright, if you want to go ahead and have and see in there.
Yeah, have Chris come back in here. You wanna shut the door, Chris, for me?
Start on this. This is the math and dash.
So we're right between people, so I'm gonna find one thing. With this, and you probably know it already, you're not gonna be happy about it, but I'm gonna have to see you for treatment until you're negative for marijuana, okay? We're not gonna probably agree on it, but we're gonna have to come to some type of resolution together. Does that make sense? It's just the law, okay? Chris?
Yes, I got
Okay,
you.
good.
I'm
Sorry.
sorry, I forgot you can't see me shaking my
Yeah,
head.
okay.
I'm sorry.
I got really pissed. Okay, sorry. But like I said, we may not agree on many things, but when we talk, I'm not judging you that you want it to be legal because I don't really care if it's legal or not. 'Cause I don't smoke pot, so I don't. It doesn't really bother me. And there's so many jobs that people can't do, even in Colorado when it is legal, that they can't do because it's mood altering. That they still have to come in for treatment anyhow. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I've got the disability where I'll never work again, probably,
Exactly,
and
right.
use it. I use it for that brain
Sure.
issue. It's called the swelling of the brain. I don't know if you've heard of what the
No.
CBD is, but it's not just CBD. Anyway, I haven't even gotten to the point to where I can go to the proper
Okay.
medical professionals there because I can't get a medical license in Colorado. So when I go there, all I can buy is the recreational, but they have stuff that's for the main
Don't you have
things.
to live in the state to get the medical prescription card?
Yes, that's what I mean. You have to live there to get
Yeah.
medical from Colorado, so I can't go there and get medical pot either.
Mm.
So that's one issue. And then Iowa doesn't have it on the medical list what the things that I have yet, but they're working on it. Like it's changing. It's in the middle of, you know what I mean, in the middle of process of changing, and it hadn't been
It's
that way
not,
before.
you're not gonna, yeah, you won't feel the same doing it.
No, I understand. I've got to get off of it completely, come in here clean, and then
Yeah.
I'm free to go and move to Colorado and start up
I
again.
think, yeah, we're working on it. And we won't dive into all your history of everything else. We're gonna work on this types of issues, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So when, you know what, do you have Medicare or Medicaid?
I don't really Medicare. I think.
And I don't take Medicare.
Well, all I know is it's Iowa's
Yes, Medicare, right?
disability insurance. It's United Healthcare.
But-
It's not even United Healthcare anymore. It's changed over to something else.
You have Amerigroup? Or Iowa Total
I gotta
Care?
look here what the card
But
says.
you have Medicare though, I bet.
Yeah, it says Medicare health insurance.
And I don't take Medicare health insurance. Shoot.
Iowa Department of Human Services
Yeah.
Medical Assistance
But I mean, I don't take that type of insurance.
Okay.
So I don't even know who does, because right now that I don't think the hospital does substance abuse, because now they've sold it out to Southeast Iowa.
How come not Oskaloosa isn't doing evaluations anymore
They
either?
don't, they don't have addictions. They don't have new behavioral health no
Mental-
longer exists.
Behavioral
They
health no
sent it
longer
out
exists.
to South Iowa. Yeah, Southeast Iowa. So I don't know. So for me, it's $65 a session for you.
Yeah, but I only have to come back to get tested,
You get
right?
seen each week
Each week.
till you're clean. So you're gonna find $65 a week.
I can't wait a month and come back.
No,
I was just saying because that would make sure that by that time I'll probably be
but
clean.
yeah, I can't do that because you meet the criteria that you have to come in weekly,
Okay.
once a week. So you have to bring in 65.
65.
Because today it wasn't even covered for you through your insurance.
Okay.
I'm gonna send this in, but otherwise you'll probably end up owing me $85 for today.
Okay.
So when you come in the next time, we'll have to pay on that each time, okay?
Okay, we'll do that. I'll figure out a way to get money from my mom or something.
Yeah. Tell her today was gonna cost $85,
Okay.
and then the future we're gonna have to see it 4 times.
And
Probably.
hopefully by the fourth time it will be
Yes.
completely
I
clean
think so.
clean enough.
Yeah.
And you
Did
look at
Brittany-
it and you
did-
can
did
watch
Brittany
it
give you-
decrease.
Did Brittany give you a pen?
Yeah.
Good. Okay. You like it? Isn't it fun?
Mm-hmm.
Did you click the top?
The hell do I have on my?
Did you click the top?
Yeah.
What color did you get?
Purple.
Oh my gosh. That's a cool color.
Sorry, I had a sticker
When do you-
stuck to my
Did-
back
okay.
of my shirt.
Sorry. What time works for you to come in? What
Mm,
day?
anytime.
Okay, what I'm gonna have you do is wait 1 more minute with Brittany, and so she can get you scheduled, because I'm not sure what time I have open next week.
Okay.
But when you do, you talk to your mom about the 85 for today, and then next week will be 65.
Okay.
It was nice meeting you, and we don't have to agree, like I said, okay?
Mm-hmm.
We just have to get this out of your system,
Mm-hmm.
okay? And I will get this sent to Jeff by Monday.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. So if you have a seat out here for 1 moment, and then I'll get her to schedule you.
Okay.
Because if I do it, I'm gonna double book you probably.
All right.
Todd, are you still in here?
Yeah.
Did she give you any paperwork?
Yeah.
Good, okay, perfect. Brittany, I need you to figure out a time I can sit down. Yeah, see if he can do that. If he knows that he needs to bring it, I'm gonna give him a card too.
Are mornings or afternoon better for you, Chris?
And this time is perfect, like we got today.
Okay.
Will that be all right?
I know, I can figure it out. Oh, see, I'm gonna stop it. No, it's not a computer person. I have to get back into Best Buy. Now we start staying here.
Could you do a 1?
Yeah.
Can we do Tuesdays? Or would you rather? Because Fridays we're only open till noon.
Okay.
What's your schedule look like?
I was just figuring out it would be better if it'll be next Friday since
Okay.
it's got to go down some from week to week. So when I come in next week, it won't still be the same levels. My test is what I'm mainly worried
We're
about.
booked, but we could do Thursday. I have an 11 or a 2.
Thursday at 11.
Thank you for being flexible. Okay, we will see you next Thursday, 11. Okay, Chris?
All right. Thank you.
Yep, have a good day.
Thank you.